So, do a little check-in here. It's been one of those days where I didn't get any sleep last night, so they called me. Company called me at 8:30 this morning. I was supposed to get up at 7:30 ish. Are you gonna go pick up that load? It's like, man, I didn't get unloaded until 1:30 in the morning. I didn't get over to the truck stop until almost 2. And by the time I laid down, it was, 3:30. And so I'd gotten like 4.5, 5 hours of sleep. And I was just a zombie. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting up. 20 minutes later, he calls me again. I'm like, I'm trying. Every time I get out of the sleeper booth and the sun's shining, my eyes well up. I can't hardly see anything. I'm trying to get woke up enough to go get the load. And he's like, all right, well, there's no problem because you got unloaded so late. Just try to get up and get rolling so we can get this load and we'll get it relayed off you. And sorry, the dog's drinking. So I finally get up and get around, and he calls me back. He's like, is that trailer clean? And I sent a video on Facebook earlier of me sitting there waiting for my trailer to get washed out. It's like, well, it's not dirty, but some places are real picky. So he's like, yeah, we'll just get it washed on the way up. So I'm supposed to pick up this load at 10 o'clock in the morning. I was 3 hours away when I started. So I was already rolling about an hour late. This is not how I do things. I'm usually Johnny on the spot. It's just one of those days. And so I get there, I get the washout done. By the time I get to where I'm going, it's already 1:45 in the afternoon. It's 3.5 hours late for the pickup. But these guys are real cool about it. They're like, yeah, no problem. Just they put me in the door, get loaded in like 20 minutes, and called dispatch back up, and they're like, because they told me they were going to get me off this load so I get some rest because I hadn't slept hardly at all. So finally, about the time I'm getting loaded, he sends me a message. He's got my relay set up. Relay is if you're not in the trucking industry, if you can't get the load done, my company has 600 drivers or more. They've got drivers all over the Midwest, and you got somebody come off break that's not got a load, and that are sitting in between where you are and where the load's going. They'll switch trailers. He'll take the load up, and I'll sit here and finish another break. And at the end of this break, which is 10 hours, somebody's bringing me a load to go to Kansas City. So I get here, I get backed in, and feller, a few minutes after I pulled in, he's pulling in to do the relay, and I waved him down, and he gets backed in. He's like, oh, how long you been here? I was like, oh, I've been with K&B about 6 years. He's like, I've been here 10. We're BSing a little bit. And K&B does this thing where 10 years, you get 3 weeks paid vacation. And he's all excited about it. He's a cool old dude. And we're sitting there BSing a little bit. And I just kind of started telling him about my day. And he's like, yeah, it happens to the best of us. I was like, yeah, I know. He kind of looks at me weird. I was like, I'm living proof of that. And you think he never heard a joke in his life. He about died. And I couldn't say anything because, I was just messing with him, but he just thought that was the funniest thing in the world. That I was, that vibrato, I am the best of us. Of course it happens to the best of us. And I don't know, I just thought that was a funny little story I'd tell. This is kind of stuff that happens usually on the road, and it just meet interesting characters. And he's a pretty cool old dude. He's talking about he just got his house paid off, and he lives somewhere in Ohio, he said. But yeah, that's it. Just want to tell a quick little story. See what you guys think about this kind of content. See if you want to hear more stuff like this, give me a thumbs up. I'm trying to get it figured out where you can get comments. YouTube's got this new thing where you can't have comments if when I started the channel, I must have selected that it was okay for kids or whatever, and I'm trying to get it figured out where you can actually comment and stuff like that. Bear with me, I'm trying. We'll see if we can't get this YouTube thing figured out. Later, guys.